TxStampin Sharon. Today I am going to be making a birthday card for a very special friend of mine, and I bet she's watching this video, so I hope she'll give me a thumbs up. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, you can do so below. After you subscribe, you can hit the little bell. You'll be notified when I upload another video. Oh, and give me a thumbs up if you like this card. I needed a bright, cheery card for my friend's birthday, and I had to pull in some Wink of Stella. Hope you can see that on the camera because it's so pretty. The stamp set that I used is actually a free stamp set from Celebration. It is Lovely Lattice. It does not have any sentiments, so I wanted a soft, small happy birthday. So I grabbed the Balloon Celebration stamp set because it has so many fun little sentiments in there that I could use for my card. If you don't know what Celebration is, it is currently going on with Stampin' Up! Till March 31st of 2019. And it's so cool because when you shop for $50 worth of anything, you can choose anything you want. With the exception, there's a few things that have already flown off the shelf, and so they will not be available through this Celebration season, but there's so many more to choose from. I mean, there might be a couple of things, but I'm telling you guys, there's so many fun things that you can get for free, and there is our Lovely Lattice. Let's get started. I chose to use the rectangle stitch framelits that are in the Occasions catalog. There's a million framelits there, guys. Can you see all of those? I have to order some more magnetic sheets because I don't have enough for this set. But that's what I use to cut out. And see the sweet little stitching around there? I actually used the shimmery white cardstock. I pulled in my blender pens. I've already cut my layer that we're going to be stamping on. Whenever you're using blender pens, you want to use Memento ink. I have my stamp ready to go. This is the cling mount. I do have a video, and I'll put a link in there. What is the best way to use the cling mount stamps, how to take care of them, how to get those labels on. So I think you'll find that video very helpful. I didn't really need my paper piercing mat. It just happened to be there, so I just stamped on it. I'm going to begin to color, and I am going to kind of speed up the video because there's a lot of coloring going on here. Let's turn this way. I did use the light and the dark of the, this is the Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to start with the light. When I pulled in my dark to do some blending, I figured out really quickly that some of my leaves are just too small to do the blending with. So I'm not going to do all of them. I'm using the darker of the blender pens and I'm just giving it some shading. I'm not going to do the whole thing. The Lovely Lipstick is the color I'm using, and I found when I did that, I really, I ended up with, I think the colors are so close, it was just really hard to tell that I did any blending when I did the whole thing. So we're just gonna do bits of it. Soften up that harshness. And the other thing I did was I took I call it the eraser, it's the lifter, it's the color lifter, and I decided I wanted some lightness. So I just kind of used the lifter like this. And you'll see it start to turn white. It's just lifting off some of that color just to soften up my rose. No, it's not a rose. What is that flower? It's not a rose. I don't know all my flower names. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're gonna do the Pineapple Punch. And the Pineapple Punch, I found that when I colored the whole flower, it really was a darkness, and I liked the contrast between the two yellows. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this video. Okay, can you see the white kind of coming through on that? And I know you guys can't see the shimmer on the camera, so we're gonna help that out. We're gonna add some Wink of Stella, and I'm literally just gonna put it everywhere on all the flowers. I'm not gonna do the leaves, just the flowers. Next, we're going to stamp our sentiment on my layers. And if you used the Balloon Celebration, the size that I used for my sentiment layer, this was 3/4 of an inch by 2 1/4. And then my Pineapple Punch was 1 inch by 2 1/2. that up with some dimensionals. I have a layer of pineapple punch that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And since I use shimmery white, I prefer to use the shimmery white for my card base. And my card base is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. We're gonna pop this up with some dimensionals. You'll notice on the back that the Stampin Blends do bleed through. You'll want to protect your work surface. I'm using shimmery white. You want to use either shimmery white or watercolor. You could use the thick Whisper White, but those and those papers are, you're still gonna be able to see the bleeding through, but I've never had anything get on my work surface, but just take precautions. You don't want to have an issue. Now for this card, I decided I wanted to put my sentiment at the top. So I stamped further down. And then I have my pineapple punch ribbon. And I could just envision it being put on the card differently, like right here. There you have it. I think it's going to be a very special birthday card for my friend, and let me know what you guys think. I hope you like it. If I could ever help you with any of your Stampin' Up! Supply needs, I'd be so honored. And don't forget about Celebration through March 31st. Whenever you shop for $50 on my website, oh, the link for that is in the description below, then you can pick out one of the free celebration sets. Maybe you'll pick out Lovely Lattice. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy stamping!